Hello, it is time for another Caniac report. Alright, today is the 19th of October. Since the last time I did one of these, we played the Wild over in Finland 2 games, and we played a Senators game, and then Sunday we played against the Canucks. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the 2 Minnesota Wild games. I actually wasn't able to watch them. I was at work, and my DVR messed up, so I never got to watch them, but it seemed like they were pretty decent games. The first one was kind of, I guess, sloppy. We kind of tightened up in the next game and won the second one in a shootout due to a goal by Jeff Skinner. Great to see that out of Jeff Skinner. Like I think I said before, that I was upset when we drafted Skinner at the time, and I wanted Fowler. But it looks like he's already making me eat a crow. I like Skinner's game, and I like how he moves around the ice. He reminds you of Samsonov to a certain extent. The way he dangles around a bit. He doesn't dance as much as Samsonov does, but he does. But he also goes into dirty areas of the ice just to get to a puck. It was great to win those 2 games I guess you could say it on the road. Technically, one of those was a home game. It was great to win those games over in Finland. Gained some fans in Finland. From what I understand, out of all the teams that went, that was, of course, Canes and the Wild, the Sharks and the Blue Jackets, and the Coyotes and the Bruins. Out of all those teams that went overseas to open the season, apparently the Hurricanes had the most fans, which is great to see, honestly. I mean, like I said, they have the Northerners, the Canadians like to insult hockey in the South because, this ain't hockey history, and what right does Raleigh have to have an NHL team while Winnipeg or Hamilton doesn't have one. Maybe they'll even talk about having Toronto have a second team. But I believe this is another chance for us to show why hockey belongs in North Carolina. Then we suffered our first loss to the Senators. We were able to have a chance to open the season 3-0 for the first time in Hurricanes history. You guys have to wait till next year to do that one. The Senators game, it was kind of tough to watch, I think. We did our best to do whatever we could to score. I don't think the line combinations were working that well. One thing I want to talk about real quick, this includes the Canucks game, was Gleason. Gleason doesn't look like himself lately. I'm not too sure if he's caving under the pressure of being the alternate captain, but he is falling on the ice a lot more often, and he's getting muscled off the puck, and he's missing checks. And I'm not too sure why that's happening, but I was noticing that a lot during the Senators and Canucks game. We didn't come with the way of the win. I think we got 2 goals, one from Samsonov, one from Stahl. I think Skinner got a point in that. So there's not really much we could take from that game, I don't think. Just try to build off of that. Senators were dying for a win in front of their home crowd, so they got it. I'm actually going to try to do this thing where I'm going to do the 3 stars of the week for the Hurricanes only, not the entire NHL. And this is going to include the 2 Wild games in the Senators game, because it's a week span. So my 3 stars that I picked is probably almost a no-brainer, especially if you remember back to that week. Third star is Skinner. He proves that he needs to be on this team. Even Jim Ruffler says he's going to stay with this team for the rest of the year. Good for Skinner. He looks like he wants to work he wants to work hard for staying on the Hurricanes. My second star is Brandon Sutter. Maybe a little bit biased there because Brandon Sutter is one of my favorite players, but he looks like he's very comfortable where he's at. He's being an alternate captain for the first time this year. He was at 1 game last year. I think it was the last game of the season. Though he seems to be one of the heart guys who's willing to do anything and everything to get a win. He got 2 goals in the first game. I don't think he's gotten any more points since then. But you can't expect everything from your number 2 center who's got line mates changing every other shift. My first star of the week would be Cam Ward. Cam Ward did anything and everything he could to ensure victories for the Hurricanes besides scoring goals. He stopped all the shootout attempts against Minnesota in the second game. Any goal that could be saved, he did save against the Senators. I mean, overall, hopefully this will continue for the rest of the year. He looks like he's going to be a brick wall this season. Of course, it's only 4 games into the season, so we can't make assumptions. Alright, that was my 3 stars. Skinner, Sutter, Ward. Now, the Canucks game. This is where I'm actually quite upset at the Canes fans for. But let's go over the Canucks game. We played against the backup goalie, Corey Schneider. We brought Brett Carson, but we didn't play him. We lost 5-1, I think. Kessler got a goal. I can't remember all the goal scorers anyways. It seemed like a complete lack of effort on the Hurricanes' part. The time of possession was horrid. I mean, I think we're lucky to get 1 goal from O'Sullivan. And O'Sullivan had to be the player of the game. For the Hurricanes, that is. He looked amazing out there. He was where he needed to be. He was making the correct passes. He was taking hits. Giving them. I don't know if he was giving them. But he played the role of Brandon Sutter that game. No one had more heart in that game than O'Sullivan, I want to say. So it's great to see him do that. I would give him top 6 minutes. He looks like he's earned it. I think the Hurricanes are trying to keep him down to make him earn it, considering the stigma that from Oilers fans that he just doesn't care to play. So I got to give it to him. I want to see more of O'Sullivan, and I want to see it tonight against the Sharks. But the one thing is actually really, I don't know if it's to make me saddens me or actually it's kind of encouragement. But the Canes fans on the message board and the Facebook fan page are disgusting, so to speak. It's 4 games into the season, and you're already talking about trading the coach, or not trading, firing the coach. Looking forward to maybe trading Pickett at the deadline for some draft picks. Are you kidding me? It's 4 games in. They haven't even come home yet. Let them come home. Let them play in the home stadium. Then make some judgments. I mean, the one thing I can say against the management is that Maurice is just not getting the good lines out there. Why is he giving Eric Cole top 6 minutes? What has Eric Cole done to earn that? He's been great defensively, but he's done nothing else. I mean, Chad LaRose. I know Chad LaRose is the big fan favorite for Raleigh, but I don't think he deserves top 6 minutes. Maybe once in a while to inject some enthusiasm into the team, but Chad LaRose does not deserve top 6 minutes. He's a 4th line grinder who overachieves at parts, which is good, but he does not have the offensive touch as, say, Skinner already, or O'Sullivan, Jokinen, okay? So, please just stop giving these top 6 minutes to these guys who don't deserve it. The Cole Stahl thing, that was back in 2006, 4 years ago. Actually, it's technically 5 seasons ago. Let it go, okay? That's a done deal. Eric Cole's not the player he used to be, which is sad, because he was a pretty dang good player, but ever since his injury, he's not the same, okay? Just face fact, he's not the same. Give him a 3rd line checking role and let him succeed there. Well, tonight we play the Sharks. They are without Nabokov, who we saw play against St. Petersburg, SK Petersburg. Sharks look to be pretty decent this year, other than the goalie change and Rob Blake retiring. I don't think there's really that many changes. I mean, you got Pavelski, Thornton, I think Marlowe's still on the team. And they're all, pretty good team. And they're like the Detroit Red Wings, where some reason they do well every year. They don't win in the playoffs, the Red Wings do, but they just somehow make it to the top 3 seeds almost every year in the playoffs. And most of the times they choke, but they still do it. So hopefully tonight will be a game where it was just like 2 years ago. I don't know if y'all remember that game. Michael Layton got the start there. It's the only game I like late in, and we came back from behind and won, and Samsonov got the shootout goal to win the game. So, oh, my screen just slept, so I guess that means that should be it for me. So hopefully I'll have another one in a week. I'm not getting as many views as I thought I would. Oh well. It's a slow process, so I'll just let that go. Hoping to make actually some mini films about the hurricanes. I've just gotta find the time to do it. So finally got my car working, so I can go out and do these sorts of things. So, well, that's it for me. See you next time.